All right, so Chinese New Year starts tomorrow. It's going to be the year of the fire horse. I already made videos talking about all that. I suggest you revisit them. But I kind of wanted to talk about this year and just kind of some random stuff. So this year was the year of the snake, year of wisdom, intensity, caution, um, and truly has to be the biggest year, most important year as far as all this research is concerned. Um, there are no chinks, there's no wrinkles, no kinks in the armor, whatever. Uh, it's just all perfect at this point. Okay, um, and some really huge revelations. I'm saying with the breakers. Um, Maybe with Knicks, maybe that happened earlier in the year. But yeah, this year was astrologically supposed to be extremely good for you know uh, the rat's career. I'm a rat, and this is my career. Um, and yeah, I'm just really proud of how everything went. And so this upcoming year though, it's not good. It's supposed to be pretty bad for me, I guess. Um, but we'll see. Whatever. But something else I wanted to talk about was like a philosophical battle that we have going on right here. We have Nyarlathotep's herd, okay, the baby boomers, against basically everybody else at this point, especially Gen Z. Um, and there's this huge clash going on philosophically between them because the baby boomers believe in a kumbaya, everybody hold hands around the globe, we're all equal mentality. Um, they believe that the world, that suffering is just part of it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta suffer. You gotta put your nose to the grindstone. You gotta put on horse blinders. Shut everything else off. Focus on whatever little task they have for you. And shut the fuck up. Okay? Don't complain about shit. Because if you complain, that means everything isn't happy and wonderful. Okay? Which they were able to make them believe that. They were able to get these boomers to believe that with their disco music and their pet rocks, and their shag carpets and all this type of shit. Uh, they were able to get them to do that. Okay, see, y'all go pretty hard on the boomers on here on the internet. I don't think you understand what it was like growing up in the '70s when a new serial 187er was popping up every week, and every month you had an incredibly, well, I don't know every month, but you never had more horrifying horror movies being made, except until recently with the Saw and the Jeepers Creepers, and but those are more gory. These other ones were so psychologically scary. Um, and I'm saying just growing up in that time, like they had ways, man. They had plenty of mechanisms out there to get you to chill the fuck out and join the team. We're all equal. Okay, um, when when that's not really the world. The boomers are wrong. That's not how it's going to work. These are two reasons why you're wrong. One of the reasons is because somebody's always going to be more equal. The bitches that implement this shit are going to be the most equal. First of all, it's not really going to be true equality. Second of all, you're going to have people that don't want to hear none of that shit, none of that kumbaya shit. They just are out for self. And I think, that for these people, um, this is why you have a lot of these psyops like war, homelessness, um, what's another psyop? Um, Serial unalivers. Okay, these types of things to stop them, maybe to get them to, at least have some fear of some shit out there. See, I'm saying, really, this is what's so fucked up about all this. These people aren't really bad people, they just aren't on a high enough level. And you being on this high level is going to rub them the wrong way. Okay? Um, because this path was available to them. It was just they were just herded so masterfully. That's why this bitch is always trying to go back in time, create this time loop, and not create anything new. Because now shit's up in the air. Back then, this bitch had this Nyarlathotep had everything on lockdown. With his pseudo Buddhist philosophy, that is America. That is we're all created equal. That is we're all dirt. We all we're made out of the same thing the tree's made out of. We're all just. I'm saying not only are all matter is created equal. That's a code. Okay, that's a Buddhist code. There's a reason why Buddha is beneath Jesus, as far as philosophically, not even talking about popularity or nothing like that. And so, anyways, and you may be saying, well, aren't a bunch of those people Christian? Yeah, but are they really? Are they really striving for greatness? I don't see it. Oh yeah, they want to be good people. I'm saying this is the level they're on. It's a difference between good and great. God doesn't want you to be good. He wants you to be great. Just having you out here singing Kumbaya, that doesn't really excite him. Holding hands all across the globe. Okay. I'm saying this is why they elevate people who are confined to wheelchairs that drool all over themselves. Because they're equal. This is why they fight people like me down day and night. Because I'm above you. You all have missed the point. You all have been trying to hoard trophies and, you know, accolades or whatever, hierarchy, positioning, all bullshit. It's all about ascending your soul. Money has very little to do with that. Social standing has very little to do with that, especially at this point in time. And now here you are, ugly, miserable, You are a lower life form. I don't care if you're sitting in the White House. I don't care where you are. Okay, how much money, how much antique cars, classic cars, whatever. I don't care. How many followers. There's a new type of currency being made, a heavenly currency, aura, beauty. This is all our stuff, guys. This is all things we were, that led us here. A lot of people are, on that first level of where we're at the third level. First level is something's fucked up here. This whole generation is realizing something's wrong. This is something that the boomers never realized. Something is wrong here. Okay? Level 2, it'll be something spiritually evil is going on, and then level 3 is us knowing exactly who the characters, the script, same shit over and over again, just a different body. So yeah, I see that a lot out here. It's just, these kids can't understand. Why don't you want the best for me? Why does this world eat its young? What's going on here? All things that led us to where we're at right now. They'll get here soon enough. Well, not soon enough, but they'll get here. They'll get here sooner or later to this level. I'm waiting for the next level. I'm waiting for them to start realizing. They're still talking now. They're starting to talk about school, realizing school is evil. Okay, yeah, everything's evil, and that's kind of what makes it hard. It's hard to point your finger and say, "Oh, this thing is." Well, not everything. But for the sake of brevity, yes, everything's fucked up. So, anyway, so yeah, they'll just end up getting looked at as negative when they're just being honest and they say everything's fucked up. I mean, this is a new thing. It used to be very niche to think like that, I guess, and talk about it, how everything's fucked up. I've been doing that. You know what I mean? That led me here. So I didn't I didn't know nothing. I didn't know the difference between Satan and Lucifer, Michael and Gabriel, nothing. Okay? Just like them. I knew something was wrong, something's fishy here. I smell a rat. Because they're just on a higher level. Okay, all that kumbaya shit, fuck it, that's not good enough. And so you're not going to get to have their currency. You're not going to get to have their things. You're going to have to make your own currency. Their currency, the reason they have this infinite money glitch and they can just print money willy-nilly just based on the trust of the government is because there is trust in the government. Trust that the government is controlled by the underworld, where there's infinite amounts of gold and money and silver, damn near. And yeah, and that right there, oh my gosh, I have so many videos I can make on that. I'm about to throw up.